Inspired by Terrence Gangster Williams. I said he start telling his stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start telling my stories. Um, I ain't no crazy ass. I ain't no nigga that's gonna be like, so I shot him. I swung my leg this way. I missed the bullet. But I seen the bullet coming, so I'm like, I played it off. Then right before the bullet came, I moved it. I ain't got no stories, and I'm just telling regular stories. I was a hood nigga. I did hood shit. I was a street nigga. I was into the streets, but I was just a regular, I was a role player. I wasn't a street star. Put it like that. When it comes to the hood stories, I wasn't the LeBron James of the streets. I was more like a Pat Bev of the streets. I was more like a fucking Bruce Bowen of the streets. I was kind of like just I was in the game, but I wasn't a star player. You know, I had aspirations though. I was one of them niggas on the sideline that used to be dancing and cheerleading, and when I did get in the game, I would do what I had to do. I played my role. But yeah, man. One time, let me tell you a story about when I got my mama house raided. I used to sell a lot of weed, right? And I dibbled and dabbled around with the hard here and there. You know what I'm saying? I sold a few. I sold a lot of other things, but to be honest, I was the type of dude I didn't like the traffic that came with selling hard or other shit. People be skitzing for that shit. You gotta be up all night. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna happen when you're dealing with people. You always gotta have a thingamajig on you, or you gotta have somebody with you when you busting your moves when you're dealing with the other shit. With the weed go down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, oh, ain't no money in weed, but it just depends on what you're trying to do. You see, like, if you trying to first of all, I'm a nigga that always kept a job. I always had other ways to make money. So I never really had to just make it my life, but I did fuck around. And the thing with weed is weed gotta roll. If you want to make money off weed, it's gotta roll. If you sitting on weed, you ain't gonna make no money. That shit gotta roll. That shit gotta, if you got big shit, that's gotta roll. If you got small shit, it's gotta roll. With weed, it's gotta roll because it gotta stay fresh. It get old, or whatever. It just gotta roll. You wanna always be with weed. You wanna be re-upping every day, if not every other day, if not every day. So I was one of them young niggas that I used to have a weed, and I used to get a lot of traffic. I admit I was one of them dumb niggas. Like, I used to sometimes I would make a spot hot. And you know how it is when you're in the game. Like, if you feel like ain't nobody watching you, if you feel like you're just getting so much easy money, you get kind of lackadaisical and just start busting moves hand to hand, just running up the car, throwing it in the car, just here, man, hit, man, running up with the niggas with bags in your hands and just all out in the open, just kind of just. So I admit I had got kind of sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I was busting a lot of sales, but the thing with when you hustling, you gotta watch your clientele too, because it's a lot of shit that come with this shit. Like, you know, uh, not only do you gotta watch for like niggas that want to rob you, or niggas that'll try to like put pressure on you to get discounts. You gotta watch people that'll tell on you just for them not getting their way. And honestly, I think that's what happened to me. I was serving these people, and they would always come like, "Hey, can I get an extra this?" Or, "I'm short 10, can you do this?" And I work with them. You know what I'm saying? I work with them here and there. But every now and then I used to be like, nah. Not every now and then. They had got to the point every time I was like, man, like no, I can't jug you. I can't do all that. So I think I know who it was too. It was these others that told on me. It wasn't no black people, it was some others. Um, Me and this dude, I couldn't look out for him, so he was just like, he kind of gave me a look like, all right, all right. So I say about 3 days later, I was at the house, I was just chilling. Smoking. Relaxing, just chilling. Busting sales, busting moves. It was busy. It was busy. And that's why I know that God was looking out for me. Because I had sold everything. I had sold out. So I was just chilling. I'm like, man, I'm going to re-up later on. Now, the one thing I could say is how I know that God was looking out for me, because I was trying to get it, but my plug wasn't fucking with me. So I was going crazy. I'm like, I done ran out, the plug tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm going crazy because I'm still getting hella calls. Still hella people trying to holler at me, and I didn't have nothing. So I just, bit the bullet. It was like, okay, I probably ain't gonna be able to get nothing today, so I'm gonna just chill. So I'm sitting at the house chilling. So I hear, and a lot of this stuff, see, I know now, but back when I didn't really know too much. I'm chilling. I hear that knock, and for y'all that know that knock, not one of them cool little, not one of them little. I hear the. So I jump up. I'm a youngster. I'm like 15. I don't answer the door. I hear it again. So I'm like, what the fuck? I go up the stairs. I hear it again. Police search warrant. I'm a youngster at the time, so I'm like, what the fuck? Huh? So I go up to the peephole. I look through the peephole. It's 3 police officers sitting right there. They got a paper in their hand. It's up, like they like search warrant. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. They knocking, boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, I'm a youngster and shit. I think I was high too, so I was like, man, I'm so green to the game. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go lay down and go to sleep, man. I'm like, man, they tripping like this. There's some shit where the police just gonna knock, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't know a search warrant, they could just bust in your house. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go to sleep. I go downstairs, lay in my bed for a second, hoping that nothing will happen. Kind of go in my room and kind of like I'm hiding or something. I'm sitting there. So then all of a sudden I hear, 1! I sit up a little bit. 2! I'm like, what the fuck? So right when I hear 2, I break out running. I got on my drawers and socks and a t-shirt. I run out before I'd even get to 3, I bust out the side, out this side sliding door. And there used to be a little escape route that I used to have because shit like this didn't kind of happen before where I had to run. I would go out the side door and run through my backyard and run down this long ass hill that go through a bunch of other backyards that'll lead me to a street. I already had an escape route. But as soon as I bust through the glass door, as soon as I open the door, the police tackle me. Boom! They Ray Lewis me. So yeah, they hem me up, put me on the couch talking crazy to me. And this is back when I had a bunch of jewelry and shit. I had like gold chains, bracelets, watches and shit. And they just start going through my room. And for people that don't know, if you're a minor and the police raid, they can only search your room. They couldn't search the house. They could search it was like, where's your room? Because we can only search your room. I'm like, this is my room right here. They found digi-scale, bunch of baggies, bunch of residue, but they didn't find no weed. And I'm sitting there, I'm talking shit. I'm like, man, why y'all doing this, man? They touching my chain on my neck, like while I'm sitting there. They like, so how are you getting this? They like, it's a Friday, and Josh don't got no weed. What's going on? It's a Friday. We've been watching you, man. We know you busy on Fridays. What's going on? And I'm sitting there like, man, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, man. They're like, yeah, man, it's Friday. Where it's at? We see the digi, we see the baggies. What you ran now? I'm like, man, look, man. Y'all do what the fuck y'all gonna do. Y'all ain't finna get no assistance from me. So they go through everything. End up leaving, don't find nothing. They didn't knock my mama door off the hinges. Like, I mean, I'm like, so what's up with the door? They like, you got to pay for that. They left the battering ram at my house. I had to call them back to come get the battering ram. They had left it. But I had just got too sloppy. Was just doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And they came for me. And y'all know that feeling like when the police came. Like, that was the first time they came for me. I had them come for me a few times after that. But that right there taught me just to stay ready, man. And just to kind of stick and move and always be aware. Like, to make paranoia a job. And everybody heard about it. My whole family, my mama went and told everybody, so everybody heard. I was the bad guy. But for anybody that's watching this, mama, if you're watching this, I told you sorry back when it happened, but I just want to tell you sorry again. Just sorry for all the shit I put you through. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking I was thugging, thinking I wanted to be in the streets. Just put my mama through a bunch of shit, you know. But yeah, that's the story of how I got my mama house raided.